Okay, something absolutely massive is happening to crypto right now as we speak. And you can see the entirety of the crypto market is in the green right now. And this is something we've been warning about for a while. Now, before I dive into exactly what just happened and why this changes the game for nearly anybody in crypto right now, make sure you press that like button and let's dive right in. So here's the one thing we've talked about a lot over the past few days. It is the altcoin season path. And you can see it going from Bitcoin to Ethereum to large caps to an altcoin season. And now, I think a lot of you guys can understand the current phase that we're in. We've seen Bitcoin perform like crazy over the past few weeks, going all the way towards 99,000 US dollars. And all of a sudden, over the last few days, almost no altcoin is so resistant as Ethereum has been. So what I mean with that is, even though Bitcoin actually fell down over the past few days, Ethereum is up. And this is a really interesting concept that we've seen multiple times throughout the cycles. Anyway, as it stands right now, Bitcoin is actually breaking through a key resistance level. But at the same time, when looking at Ethereum, I think it's quite apparent that we just keep breaking the local highs time after time after time again, after a pretty interesting squeeze throughout the earlier weeks, or I guess the earlier days of November. We've just now changed the structure from mostly downwards to realistically just upwards here. You can see how bullish this is looking right now, especially over the last 2 days or so, with basically only green, going from 32.50 just yesterday all the way towards 36.50 right now, making a high we have not seen in many months. I think the last time we saw Ethereum prices this high was all the way back at April or something of this year. And now, even though I've got an XRP trade open that's right now in 30K with a profit on only $1,500 that we put in, 𝗕𝗃 right now is at about 60% with a profit. ADA is in 1,200% with a profit on just $85 that we put in. Bitcoin at about $27,000 or so on again $3,000 we put in. My biggest trade currently open is the Ethereum trade. We put in a little less than $8,000, acting as about 76K. And it's in roughly 14,000 US dollars worth of profit. And the funny part is that Ethereum trade was in at least $25,000 in the minus before. You can see our buy-in was actually pretty spot on for a dip. You could say, oh, Dusty, you could have bought in at 30 or 3,022. We got in at 3,080. Good enough for me, slightly above the $3,000 barrier. And right now we are slowly but surely moving upwards. Yes, we're only up like 20% or so from that price, but I think that this is just the start for Ethereum. Matter of fact, I think it's the start for most of the altcoins. Then again, right now we are entering into phase 2, which I'm most excited about because that basically means that we're making progress in the grand scheme of things, right? We said before, we expect the season to last almost till about, let's say, November or so of next year. I'm not really sure how long an altcoin season realistically lasts, but we do know that there's a pretty good chance the previous runs, or I should say this run, is going to mimic, for the most part, the previous runs. So what we do is we do not, and this is again my personal preference for making crazy gains in bull markets, we do not short in bull markets unless you really know what you're doing. It's not a smart idea unless, again, you know what you're doing, right? You can sell, try to buy back, etc. But shorting is a big no-no. It's very, very hard in a bull market because generally everything just go up. We do not short. We buy dips. And that, again, might sometimes look stupid. I know a lot of people looked at this Ethereum trade and thought, Dusty, why are you getting in? Ethereum looks dead. Yeah, we got it anyway. With XRP, people thought, man, why are you? It doesn't matter. I got it anyway. And over on Blowfin, we've said this for a while now. Just by every single time it starts dipping, goes crazy down. Right now, our $400 that we put in is in about $1,000 worth of profit, roughly 300%. We opened this trade together. We opened an account with about $250. And I think we opened the trade actually at 80 something cents. But we kept, you can see it right here. That's the trade we opened live on stream. But we decided to open more and more and more. You can see sometimes it was dips, sometimes it was not perfect dips. We just keep adding at different periods. I should have actually added at deep bottoms, but it was just every single time it was streaming, I thought let's just quickly buy some more to prove a point, which is if we just keep the buying up, it's actually extremely hard to lose in a bull season. You want to know how I know that's so true? Because with Cardano, we bought the absolute top. I bought the top when Cardano went crazy. And right after I made the video where I said I'm buying this, the price went down pretty significantly, like a few percent. My trade was in minus 20%. You can see I only put $85 in because I was just clicking during the stream or during the video. I just said, hey, you see, I'm just buying something now. Click, click, click. I showed you how I was doing it in the video. I said, just watch this get to a ton of profit soon enough. I said, it doesn't even have to be a crazy size. You'll see the amount of money I'm going to make on it. And here we go. We put $85 in. We made $1,000 off of it in just like a week or two. I think like just over a week here. But pretty instantly, we were just absolutely right. And again, I don't have a crystal ball, right? I don't have the freaking tools, and I don't claim to have one. All I'm saying is, probability-wise, it's best to just keep buying the freaking dip or just keep averaging in these bull markets. And even if you're wrong and things start going down for a little bit of time, right? If you start going down to like $80,000 per Bitcoin, if we have a long enough breath, we'll be completely fine. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I see my Cardano going to perhaps even $10 this season. So what's the point in rushing? What's the point in going fast and cashing out for a slight profit? What's the point more so though of cashing out here? Why would I do that? Just because I'm fearful? I'm not fearful. Same for my XRP. I keep talking about it. XLM today is up 15%, back above 50 cents. So many people were worried, saying, Dusty, it's up too much this week or this month. It has to correct back to whatever. Keeps going up. And you can name this on a lot of these different coins. They just keep going up because that's what bull markets do. I keep reminding you, this is where you go a little bit cuckoo because it's just so illogical. Every single day you look back, they're up more. And people FOMO in, usually at the worst of times, and they don't know how to average their way in. They just buy once, they buy way too high, and they think, man, I should buy again when things are higher. No, generally speaking, you don't do what I've shown you here, right? You don't buy in once, then buy more and more and more as prices go up. You buy in once, you cash out when the price is up a lot. For example, here with ADA, we should have bought right there, right? We got a good buy. We sell right there because it was in 700% with the profit. We sell, we try to buy back cheaper, perhaps here at like 80 whatever cents. And then again, we can either sell right there or wait for a bigger break, whatever. What I'm doing here is because I just told you, I think it's going to be fine. I can play with my liquidation price by adding more margin, making sure I don't get liquidated, which is the only goal of bull markets. Because generally speaking, even if you want to keep a swing open for multiple weeks, you'll be completely fine. With me personally, though, I think it is actually better to just keep selling for profit and trying to buy back in. As long as you're kind of broad enough to handle it for like a few days or a few dips, maybe a few percentages down, I think you're good to go. Because again, our targets for XRP, Cardano specifically, those two are like my highest confidence coins right now. They're not the best performers in an ETH season. It seems like right now Uniswap, AVA, Lido, all the Ethereum fundamental coins, even Athena here, are starting to pop off. All the DeFi coins are starting to pop off, but the problem is it's not really my sector. This is what I said last week though, right? I think 3 days ago or so, I said, man, it would be very logical if DeFi coins started popping off right now because it's a season. All the dinosaur coins, which just means the coins of the old runs, had like a little path to it. First finance coins, then all of a sudden metaverse coins, maybe gaming coins. I don't think they did so well, but then all of a sudden I said, man, what if DeFi coins were to pop off right now? It would be kind of logical, just as kind of like a next step after, of course, the meme phase. And I guess RWA was also kind of skipped. AI also has not really gone for a crazy run yet, but those, I guess, will all get their due moment, right? Because I mean, everything has been kind of for the most part, everything's just been going up. Regardless, like I've been saying, the seasons are changing, man. I mean, Watch right now posted that the SOS stock, this Chinese company who decided to buy, I don't know, 50 million worth of Bitcoin, just rose 100% in price after they announced that. And I think it actually got halted because of it. Also, like I was saying, Bitwise, right? They're making big steps. Their 10 crypto index ETF also just got filed with the SEC. XRP, Bitcoin, Solana, Cardano, Uniswap, Polkadot, Chainlink, Ethereum, AVAX, and Bitcoin Cash. Big news, ladies and gentlemen. They just keep making more steps. And I think this is actually going to be one of the most interesting products because it now puts up a, wait a minute. Interesting order. I just thought for a second, maybe Ethereum's not in, but it's at the bottom. I want to say this brings up one of the first instances where, they really are buying a bundled piece with actually a couple of interesting choices for a bundle of sorts. XRP and Cardano are often coins they are leaving out Matter of fact, actually Uniswap and Polkadot too. Chainlink makes sense, Ethereum makes sense, Bitcoin Cash makes sense. I think all of them make sense for the bundle. I just meant like in the traditional bundles, they kind of have like an Ethereum, Solana, Bitcoin, maybe Chainlink, maybe even AVAX too. Sure, they're kind of fanboying over that. No Dogecoin, which is kind of funny. And I guess it just marks, in my opinion also, the start of the bigger altcoin season. Really, it feels like it's upon us here. I never said it would be easy, and I still will not be the one to claim that it will be. But I will tell you that right now, every single thing we've been expecting has been portrayed perfectly in the charts. And it doesn't really seem like it's going to stop anytime soon. The only thing stopping you from massive gains, most likely, is your own freaking mind. But yeah, ladies and gents, that's about it for today. Make sure you put the notification bell on if you enjoyed it. And I'm happy that we right now are finally starting phase 2.